Welcome to Pod Crawlers. I'm Kelly.
I'm Eric.
We've been on hiatus for a little while.
Well, actually, we're coming off of our second hiatus. So this is another return episode.
Woohoo!
And hopefully we'll be able to stick around, longer than 3 episodes. Part of the reason this time was that our pod hosting site transferred to another site, and we're just trying to get everything
up and running there.
Right, and it took a little while, but finally we're here. If you're listening to this,
hopefully
the transition
you
was
figured
successful,
that out.
Right. New site for the podcast, podcrawlers.libsyn.com.
That's S-Y-N, not S-I-N.
L-I-B-S-Y-N. Yes. And our email address is still the same, podcrawlers@gmail.com.
And it is working, so feel free.
And it really hurt that no one emailed us during these 2 hiatuses and was like, hey, where's the show? So
it's all good. It's all good. We'll forgive you.
We're our biggest fans anyway. So this episode, it's kind of a special return episode. So we're going to just throw the time constraints out the window. Just going to go with it.
It'll probably end up being 20 minutes anyway.
Probably. We're going to talk about Asylum, not the movie company.
The movie.
Well, there are several movies called Asylum, but this is probably the most recent one. The Orphanage. Carousel of Revenge. And a personal favorite of yours, Twilight. Also, this episode, we are premiering a original Bad Thankgiving Movie trailer. Not the actual movie, because that would take way too much time. And we already invested too much time in the trailer. So that's coming later this episode.
So keep listening.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add? Any old business?
Not really.
It kind of sucks that we were on 2 hiatuses and kind of... I hope we're not losing our fan base.
Get over it.
I know. Well, the thing is, though, before the transition, how many subscribers did we have? Well over 1,000.
We did have well over 1,000.
Maybe approaching 1,200.
I don't remember exactly, but something like that.
And with this Liberated Syndication, the new site, it only keeps track of the downloads and the hits. So I don't know how many subscribers we still have.
That actually might be better. Because just because somebody subscribes doesn't mean they have to listen to you.
It's true. It's true. And it really doesn't matter anyway, because the only thing we're getting out of this is satisfaction and voicing our opinions. We're not getting money. We're not getting any kind of fame. Just whatever we create in our heads. True.
It's all good.
It's all good. Anywho, let's move on to the show proper.
Okay.
Asylum. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
From what I remember, because we watched this movie probably a month ago.
Yes. At least.
It is a low-budget movie. However, I guess it kind of looked like a real movie, from what I remember.
It did. Mm-hmm.
And it had real people in it, at least people who are in
somewhat
real movies.
Known.
Right.
Like
but I can't name
the
one.
girl from Disturbia was
the
main character.
Gotcha, yeah.
And she's also in an upcoming cheerleader movie. I'm not sure of the name of it, but...
Is that cheerleader movie a horror movie?
No. It's a shame.
So,
it's horrible that they made it.
Right. Let's not forget that this movie also comes to us from the, I guess, the director or writer of Final Destination 2. So it has some kind of pedigree.
Uh-huh. Right.
And the gist of the movie is that, this dorm, this college dorm, it used to be like an asylum.
Uh-huh.
and it's haunted by the doctor of...
They're med students.
Right.
So, it's not just that they're like, English students that are thrown in this thing. They're going for their med school doctorates, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but... And here's my thing. They were only 6 or 7 people?
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. It was a co-ed dorm.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, all we saw were a dozen people living in this dorm. Granted, half of the building, or some section of the building, was boarded off.
Condemned.
Right. But, which begs the question, so that was the only part of the building that was in bad shape? Why did they not just fix that section up also?
That section was haunted.
But no, because we saw the ghost throughout the whole thing.
I know.
Throughout the whole building. Needless to say, this movie sucked. It was bad.
It was bad.
And it sucks more because we don't really remember much about it.
Well, we remember more than I thought we remembered.
That is true. You remember that the girl in it was in Disturbia, which
She's on the cover of the movie.
Right, but what does that mean anymore? Oh, carpet.
I don't know, just a lot. I remember it being kind of a lot of stupid stuff. There's this scene, if I remember correctly, all the girls, because there are a couple girls and there are a couple guys, like you said, it's a co-ed, and they start having feelings for each other. Not that that's a big surprise, because in most movies when there are girls and guys, they do end up having feelings for each other. But, there's a scene or something where someone gets jealous because someone is in someone's room. It's so ridiculous. These are kids that, young adults,
kids, right,
that have been through college and
some kind of...
they're going to be doctors, and they're acting like complete idiots.
Wow. The entire movie is acting like a complete idiot.
I know, but
it's funny because as we sit here trying to talk about the movie, I'm remembering more and more about it, and how the killer, the ghostly doctor, feeds and preys on the people's fears.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a Freddy Krueger, but not really.
Kind of,
He has that banter and that power, but he doesn't go through the person's dreams. It's sort of like a... Do you remember Wishmaster? It's sort of like that.
I was just thinking Wishmaster.
Kind of like that, but it's just... in order... Because he was a psychiatrist or whatever, or an asylum doctor, whatever they are. So he is... I will help you with your fears. And he winds up killing the people.
Yeah.
But it's stupider than that.
It is. It's really ridiculous. And of course, they all have a major fear, too.
Or an issue.
Whereas, I guess everybody's probably afraid of something.
Right. But it wasn't even like this in the movie. It wasn't like a fear. It was I think one of the girls was beaten by her boyfriend.
Yes.
So I don't remember her method of death, but it had something to do with that.
Yeah.
And I'm remembering more. Oh my God.
I believe what happened was the doctor took form of her ex-boyfriend, maybe.
And these people found themselves in those situations, setting and all. Wow. Yeah. Asylum is really unleashing a lot of repressed memories of watching the movie.
Well, you're supposed to talk it out, and that's how it comes out.
Wow.
There we go. All right. Anyway, the point being...
What is the point?
Just, there are better movies out there that are not going to be a waste of your time.
And I think we wanted to see this movie because...
It looked like it could possibly be better than most.
And it highlighted that it came from the director of Final Destination 2 or the writer or something.
Have you seen Final Destination 2?
Well, I liked it better than the first one.
See, I did not.
Really? I just thought like the first one tried to be a serious movie, but it didn't know how to straddle the line. When Final Destination 2 came around, they were like, fuck it, this is going to be outrageous. I like to think that. There was no, presumptuousness.
I'm making up words now.
Why? They made up a movie called Asylum. Moving on to a much better movie.
Much better.
This might be a forerunner, is this the right word? To the Crawley for Best Movie for this year.
Very possible.
The Orphanage.
This is a Spanish?
Yes. Spanish movie.
And
Guillermo
I'm
del
not
Toro.
talking about, like, Mexico or...
No, this is actual...
This is from Spain.
True Spanish. Not Spanish by way of that, yes.
Basically, what this movie entails is...
Try not to give anything away, though.
Okay. A woman and her husband and son move into an old orphanage.
Which the woman
hence
used
the
to live
name
in.
Orphanage. Yes. And it's like this huge, massive place. And it's very secluded.
It's by the sea.
It's by the sea, the ocean, whatever. And strange things start happening.
Yes.
Very strange things. Her son keeps saying that he's seeing other people. And then he disappears.
Spoiler alert. Yes.
It's not a spoiler alert. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm going to argue that it is a spoiler alert because I didn't really expect it.
That's like most of the movie.
Anywho, yes. I didn't have high hopes for it. Because Guillermo del Toro's name was attached to it, and after Hellboy 2, I was not expecting much at all.
Yeah.
I was expecting, another fantasy. This isn't. This is a ghost story.
This is a really good movie.
Very good.
Anything else you have to add to that?
Well, you can't talk about the story without spoiling anything.
I have to admit, though, at a certain point in the movie, I figured out what was going on.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's a big shocker.
It's not. If you have a brain.
If you've seen several horror/ghost movies, you could probably figure it out.
You will figure it out.
If you care.
Right. But just go with it because...
It's good.
It's good. It's creepy
I really
as
like
hell.
the cinematography that they used. It's really nice and kind of open. It's beautiful country that they're showing, the sea or the ocean, whatever the orphanage is on. It's just beautiful. So,
not a bad movie.
No.
Better than what I thought it would be, and one of the best movies I've seen this year.
I give it a Podcrawler's recommendation.
I do
Thumbs
too.
up.
I do as well.
All right.
And we will see in a couple of weeks
if it made the Crawleys list.
And for those that don't know out there, the Crawleys is our annual award show.
Yes.
It honors TV shows and movies that we've reviewed this year, 2008. Doesn't mean that they came out in 2008.
Right.
But it just means we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, this year we've only talked about I don't even know the amount. This small amount of movies that we can consider best movie for the Crawleys.
So it's definitely up there.
Yes. We're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, Kelly, is going to take over and talk about Carousel of Revenge and Twilight.
Yes.
So stay tuned. The critics have spoken.
This movie is the whole meal, including the shit after.
There's no MSG in this turkey, just radiation.
Gobble! Gobble! Gobble up! Again!
Radiation Turkey 2, Bones of Solace. Revenge is a dish best served radiated.
Coming Thanksgiving 2009.
Welcome back to Pod Crawlers.
Yeah.
If you're still with us after that, the trailer, our original Bad Thanksgiving movie.
That sounds like a good movie.
Sounds awesome.
Right there.
And actually, in the past, for our original holiday movies, we've done 2, 1 apiece, but kind of feeling the pressure because we want to get this episode out, as soon as possible.
So that was a collaboration.
Yeah. Christmas is coming, and we're going to have our original Bad Christmas movies, 1 apiece, during our year-end Crawley show. So.
Cannonball Man 2.
Why not?
No, I'll come up with something else.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anywho, Carousel of Revenge. Now, I started watching this movie with you, and I fell asleep, and you told me to go to bed.
Yes.
Which I'm glad I did. From what you've told me about the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. A little preface. Can I do a little preface and you can launch into it?
You can do a little preface.
Kelly loves the carnival.
I do.
She loves carnival movies and carnival fiction.
Or theme park, too.
Theme parks, right.
Because this is a theme park, not a carnival.
Right, exactly. It's not a roaming...
Right.
Right. So that kind of sold her on the movie.
Yes.
That's the preface.
Okay.
So it's all her fault. No.
Well, basically, we start off with a girl, a young woman, who's working as a waitress. And at the beginning of the movie, we find out that she's being whisked off to New York, I believe.
Actually, I don't even think it was New York.
It wasn't?
They mentioned Iowa, so I figure it's whatever big city is in Iowa.
Okay. Maybe it wasn't New York.
It was not New York.
Alright, anyway. Maybe I wasn't paying close attention.
You were not.
And so she goes... No, because didn't she live in Iowa?
I think it was like Midwest. There was no New York.
Anyway, she's being taken to a bigger town.
But can we stop right there? Can you relate how she is being taken to a big town and how creepy this goes down?
There's a guy in her restaurant who she's helping, and he basically gives her $100 tip. And I forgot exactly what he says, but basically like, you need to get out of this small town, honey, or something like that, which is very creepy. And then she comes home after her shift, her house that she lives in with her father, and there are 2 guys, including this guy that gave her the $100 tip, just sitting at her dining room table, waiting for her to come in, with the dad asleep in his room. So, I don't know how they got in. I guess they broke in. I don't know. Maybe they don't lock their doors in the Midwestern towns. Anyway, so they're just sitting there and tell her to go get her father, to wake her father up and bring him out. And then they basically proposition.
As if she was a slave.
Like, come on, let her do this.
Right.
We'll let me take care of her. That's what he says. Not the creepy tall guy, the other guy that's there.
The creepy short guy.
Yes, the creepy short guy. He's like, let me take care of her for a while. Okay, first off, I'm thinking, what the hell did I rent?
Yes. I was
rent
worried.
Like a sex slave something.
Like Saw or something, yeah.
Totally creepy. Anyway, we fast forward to, I believe...
We didn't fast forward, the movie.
Yes. The movie fast forwarded, I think it was 2 years later.
Yes. Everyone looks the same, by the way.
Yes. Well,
except her
hair was a little different. She's gotten older, okay?
Right.
And she's dressed nicely now, as opposed to her waitress rags.
And can we stop for a second?
Do we have to?
Because
this is going to take forever.
In the beginning of the movie, we don't see, but we hear from other characters that a alleged killer hung himself in his cell. Which is just like, it's just treated like, oh, by the way, this person got killed.
But she has a strange reaction to that.
Right.
She gets mad at her friends who tell her this and just kind of walks away from them. And this is the same night that she's propositioned, right, but earlier in the night.
But it's treated just like, oh, wow, okay. It's overshadowed by the creepy proposition.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right. So now we fast forward to her 2 years. And we find out that she's head of this nightclub, which doesn't look like a nightclub. It just looks like a restaurant. But she's like, I guess, the manager who takes care of everything there. And it's owned by those guys, especially the short, creepy one.
But we don't know if they're just rich or they're like criminals.
Mobsters.
Right.
People think that they're mobsters back in her hometown.
Right.
Because there is a connection there that we find out later. Anyway, so...
Now, mind you, at this point, we're how many minutes into the movie and we have yet to see, like...
We're at least a half an hour.
During the credits, we saw the carnival scenes.
Yes.
Over the credits.
Yes.
Thus far, we have seen nothing about the carousel or any revenge.
And we don't see anything about the carnival itself until at least an hour into the movie.
And the movie's only, what was it, like 103 minutes or something?
Something like that, yeah. So, she's there at her nightclub doing her thing, and the wife of the tall, creepy guy says, oh, so-and-so's nephew's here, and we're all going to have dinner together. So they all sit down for dinner, and the nephew is hot.
In quotes.
And basically, what we find out is that he is the guy who supposedly hung himself in the jail.
His uncle, the criminal rich guy, faked the death.
The short, creepy guy.
Right. Faked his death so he could get out, slim down, change his appearance, and go after the real killer.
We didn't mention that he was tubby.
Right.
In the opening credits, you see a very rotund boy running through the forest. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Well, that was him. And then he comes back at this restaurant. He's all thin, and you see his shirt off several times, and he's all buff and muscular, and yeah, that's stupid. Anyway, what she's told is that she was hired in the first place to go help him back in their hometown run the carnival so he can actually tell everybody who the real killer of this girl was that he actually got convicted of. Yes?
Question.
Uh-huh.
That's really convoluted. So she has to work in this restaurant for 2 years until he slims down?
I guess.
Now, it's at this point... Actually, I made it a little further. When they go back and they have the grand opening for the carnival, that's when I started to fall asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, is this movie over yet? And you told me to go to bed.
Yes.
So, what did I miss? Spoiler alert.
So much. So he starts getting close to the girl's best friend from high school, who was the long blonde-haired chick. And he says to everybody that he's just setting her up so she could... Because she apparently was there also.
During the murder.
So she knew that he didn't do it.
Right.
She knew who the real killer was, but she never said anything, I guess. Or maybe she repressed it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the deal is. But he's getting close to her so he can trick her out of it or some stupid shit like that.
Right.
So they're getting closer and closer. She's still with her high school boyfriend, and he's getting jealous. So he proposes to her. Because, you know, when guys get threatened, they're like, here, have a ring.
Right.
All right.
At least in movies.
She accepts.
In movies.
Because they've been together so long. You know, I can't even begin. There are so many stupid little plot conveniences and crap going on. There's a phantom radio personality
who's introduced like halfway through the movie, or an hour into the movie.
Yes.
Why? What does this phantom radio personality do?
They basically have a contest all summer that people have to go find who it is. And through the radio show is when people start saying, oh, well, I saw so-and-so, meaning the guy that supposedly hung himself.
Oh, okay.
And so it gets people thinking, well, how can he still be alive? Mm-hmm. And everybody's thinking, oh, well, he was fat, so he's still fat. So nobody connects this new kid in town with the old fat kid. And then some people think it's a ghost, which is even more retarded.
Well, I think it would have been better than what we're given.
Basically what happens is... Oh, I forgot to mention.
Okay.
The whole movie, little mousy girl from the very beginning is falling in love with him.
And we do see that, yeah.
While he's falling in love with the blonde. Okay? And kind of falling in love with her.
Yeah.
Because they end up together. Spoiler alert. But basically what we find out is the one who really killed her, the girl, was the mayor of the town who got her pregnant. Because they find out from the autopsy that she had a baby in her belly. And he saw it happen. And also the blonde saw it happen, but I guess the mayor didn't realize that the blonde had seen it. So he just went after the fat kid. So, yeah.
Always go after the fat kid.
And they end up airing his confession, because the blonde girl goes and says, you know, I remember that you were the one who... blah, 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 and he threatens to kill her or some dumb shit like that.
So what happens to the mayor?
He gets arrested.
So who was the phantom radio personality?
It was, I think, the higher-ups in town, like the mayor, knew that the uncle had something to do with it.
Gotcha.
Because the uncle, I didn't even mention this. The short, creepy guy is the uncle of
the alleged killer.
The alleged killer kid, okay? Well, the mayor and the chief of police figure that out. So they figure out that this kid that's there is that boy.
So there's some power plays going on here.
Yeah. Stupid movie.
So let me get this straight. On screen, how many people died?
Zero. Final answer.
So I just realized we have spent 15 minutes talking about Carousel of Revenge.
Well, we think that the ex-fiance of the blonde is killed, but he's actually kidnapped. And when we see him with the tall, creepy guy later at the end of the movie, so we know that he wasn't actually killed, he's in a dress. Because they dressed him up in a dress, so I guess he wouldn't run away, because he wouldn't want anybody to see him in a dress. Yeah. It was that good. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody did die, but I don't think so. I mean, I think they flashed back to the original girl dying.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think anybody else died. And at the very end of the movie, Mr. Hot Stuff gets with Mousy Girl. He kicks blonde chick to the curb, gets with Mousy Girl. The end.
That was a great review.
I told you the whole movie.
You did in 15 minutes. So we have saved people the time and money.
Oh, God. If anybody else would want to see this movie, I would feel horrible for them.
Now, when the problem I have with this movie,
stop.
One problem, the big problem, is that when you're dealing with a no-budget movie, there's some budget.
Right.
Non-actors, you can't have a movie without any...
With a twisted plot?
No, you can do that, but you can't expect I don't even know where to begin. You can't expect to make a real movie like you would find in Hollywood.
Right.
With real actors and real production values and a real script. There's no exploitation in this movie. It's called Carousel of Revenge. It's no budget, non-actors, so you would expect, slasher stalking the carnival, getting revenge, like the Funhouse.
Okay, want to know what I think are better movies than this?
Everything.
Other than everything? Okay. Not only Final Destination 3.
Oh, ouch, yeah.
But also Dark Ride, which we didn't even go through the entire movie.
Well, we fast forward through. Yes, this is definitely... Well, you know what I mean, though? Like, they tried to not be a straight-up horror movie.
Right.
By making this a boring mystery thriller, which failed on all counts.
Okay.
So.
We have talked way too long about this movie.
Yes. Let's go to a movie that you're just grinning about. You have been grinning for the past week, and you still are. Twilight.
Yes. Okay. Now, I'm sure some of you out there are saying Twilight sucks. Because the way they advertised it, some of the time they advertised it as a love story, which is what it is. And some of the time they advertised it as an action vampire movie.
Well, you know why they did that.
I know. But it's not an action vampire movie. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that right when it started, I heard people say, oh, this is the worst vampire movie ever. Well, that's not the point.
And it's not true because I have seen worse vampire movies than Twilight. And I haven't even seen the movie. I'm just saying.
It's not a vampire movie. The fact that there are vampires in it, yeah, fine. But it's not a vampire movie. It's based on Stephenie Meyer's book, Twilight. And if you don't know what Twilight is, you must be living under a freaking rock.
Or in England. Apparently Twilight is not popular at all or not known.
I'm sure it's more popular now. Because Rob Pattinson.
But probably not on the level as it is in America.
No, I doubt it.
It's definitely an American phenomenon.
It's actually an overseas phenomenon too, right. Just maybe not England. It's published in a massive amount of different languages.
But it's no Harry Potter. That's my point. Like, it's big in certain areas, but not
It's
huge.
America's Harry Potter.
Ouch.
And anybody who wants to debate me on that, bring it on. It's America's Harry Potter.
Are there magicians in it? Trains? It's the worst vampire movie. The book is the worst.
Okay, why did you want me to talk about this? Sorry. If all you were going to do is...
Well, I'm just saying, I'm trying to put things in perspective here.
It's America's Harry Potter.
Okay. In terms of popularity?
Yes.
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not saying it's about wizards. It's gay shit.
It is the worst. Wizards are gay. Wizards and fairies. There are no wizards and fairies in this movie. But Jacob might be gay.
Anyway, no, he's not.
You forgot werewolves, too. So it's not only...
Werewolves are not in the first one. This is later.
I
mean,
that.
Jacob's in the movie, but
we don't find...
Vampire? He's a werewolf.
Okay.
But we don't find out that they're actually werewolves till later.
In the movie or in the series?
In the series.
So in the movie, we don't know. We just know that he's super powerful.
In the movie, no. In the movie, we know that there's an Indian reservation near Forks, Washington, where the movie takes place. And that they are supposedly, their whole reservation was based in wolves. Like I can't think of the words.
Like a mythology or...
No.
Their history?
The evolution, I guess, is based in wolves, according to their legend.
Right.
And they're the Wheelettes. That's the name of their tribe. And they hate the Cullens. And that's all we know. Obviously, we find out in the movie that the Cullens are all vampires. But there's a constant struggle throughout all 4 books between them and the Cullens.
So is it a class thing, basically? Like, are the Cullens like Aristocratic?
No, they just don't like... They're bloodsuckers, and the wolves...
So it's a race thing. Kind of, if you want to put it in those terms.
Not really, but sure. What happened was, a long time ago, the leaders of the tribe found the Cullens hunting on their grounds. Oh. So they signed a treaty between the two to say that they won't hunt on a particular part of land. And this isn't people, this is animals.
Okay.
And so both sides have kind of been brought up. Well, the Cullens have been the Cullens, so they haven't been brought up. But right. The Wheelettes, the wolves, have been brought up thinking to stay away from the Cullens because they have the legends that the Cullens are vampires, but they don't discuss that with other people.
Right.
So, anyway, the whole point of the movie is that a girl named Bella, a teenage girl, she's 17, moves to Forks to be with her father because her mom has remarried. They used to live in Arizona, and her new stepdad, who she likes, so it's not one of those, I hate my stepdad.
Thankfully not.
He is in the minor league baseball thing. And so they kind of move around because he's, like I said, in the minor leagues. Right. And he ends up being on a team in Jacksonville, which is way too sunny for a vampire.
Right. There would be no Twilight if she moved there.
So she moves to Forks to be with her dad, Charlie, who's the chief of police. And it's just the two of them because he hasn't remarried or anything. And she goes to school. And she meets friends, a couple of, just regular high school kids. And then they have this kind of like, I don't want to use the word clique, but there's like, I guess it's kind of like a clique of the Cullens. And they're all incredibly beautiful. Girls and boys are incredibly beautiful. They keep to themselves. They are very, very pale. And I don't know, like they never let anybody into their little circle. Right. And they're all supposed to be adopted children of Carlisle and Esme Cullen. Carlisle is like the chief of surgery, I believe, at the hospital, or the head of staff or something. He's a doctor, in other words.
Is he a vampire?
He is. And so is Esme. The whole family's vampires. Mm-hmm. And Edward, who's the only one that isn't paired off at this point, because there's Rosalie, who has Emmett, and they're like a couple, and then there's Alice, who I particularly love. She's my favorite, other than Edward. Who has Jasper. So there's like 2 couples, and then there's Edward, who doesn't have anybody.
Right.
And he ends up having a biology class with Bella, and she ends up sitting next to him, and she is her scent of her blood and just her pheromones and everything. I forgot the exact terminology that they use in the book, but it's like she is his perfect person.
Right.
He wants, at that moment, when he first gets a whiff of her, he seriously wants to kill her right there. But because they're quote unquote vegetarians, they only eat animals. They don't suck the blood of humans. He controls himself until he can go out and hunt and kind of quench his thirst. So she realizes that he's acting really, really standoffish with her and strange, and so she wonders what's going on. And through that, they kind of find each other. They fall in love, basically. So, I don't know. I could describe the entire book and the entire movie, but it's great.
So the vampires and werewolves in this, it's nothing supernatural, like nothing mystical. It's like kind of rooted in realistic biology, kind of. It's not like Dracula, like if he bites a victim, he can control her or anything.
No.
Okay.
No. What they do have that's interesting, of the vampire phenomena that Stephanie Meyer did, what happens is a vampire bite sends venom into the bloodstream of the victim. Mm-hmm. And what happens is it can either turn them or it can kill them completely, depending on, how much gets in there and how much blood they suck. But there's a way around it. Not like an antidote, right. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody that might want to see it, but Bella gets bitten by someone, but she doesn't turn into a vampire. Yet. Right.
So,
yes.
Obviously you like the movie?
I do. I did. I loved it.
Was it better than the book, or as good?
I don't know. I think in some ways I liked it better than the book, just because it was a condensed version of all my favorite parts of the book.
Gotcha.
My favorite part of the first book is that biology scene. When she goes into biology and it's just hilarious because he wants nothing to do with her. He's really fighting with himself not to kill her right then. And you don't know that when you read Twilight. The only reason I know that, other than the fact that we find it out later, is because Stephanie Meyer has also written Twilight, or she's in the process of writing Twilight, from Edward's perspective. And the first chapter, which includes the biology scene, was on her website. And it's just funny to think of that.
Right.
Because he was ready to rip her to shreds.
Awesome.
And then it would have been a very short movie.
Yes.
So.
All right. Look at you, all smiles and stuff, thinking about your Twilight.
It's only for fans, I'll tell you that. I mean, you can still like it if you're not a fan of the books, but if you're going in there to see it as an action movie
or a vampire movie,
you're not gonna be impressed.
American audiences are stupid, so they have to be force-fed what kind of movie this is, and they just can't take it. Oh, this is a movie with vampires in it. Doesn't mean it's a vampire movie,
Right.
But, all right.
This might be my Crawley's winner for Best Movie.
I'm glad you brought that up. It could be your personal award.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Crawleys are coming.
Yeah.
We're going to have a pre-show with some nominees. Probably next week, or maybe the first week of December. Whenever that is, I have no concept of time anymore. Can you believe it? This Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Wow. I feel like it was just Halloween. We still have Halloween candy.
We still have Halloween, yeah.
And we gave away several.
Tons of it. So yes, pre-Crawley show coming up. Then we're going to have the second annual Crawleys. Some special surprise guests. I don't know if you remember last year we had Bumblebee from the Transformers.
Yeah, we did.
We had the $7.2 man who was accepting the award for Worst TV Series Bionic Woman.
Uh-huh.
We also had, I believe, Paris Hilton in the after party.
We did.
Rainn Wilson.
Yes.
And, yeah. So who are we going to have this year? Don't know. It's going to be a surprise.
Very exciting.
So
maybe Edward Cullen will show up.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what his schedule is.
I might have to leave the show for a couple weeks if he shows up.
That's interesting. Anywho, that's going to come up later in December. Probably, I don't know when.
The next episode.
Yeah, whenever. I'm also going to repost the first ever Crawleys. Probably after the show, maybe. I don't know. Sometime. And then, a new year, 2009. Coming soon in 2009. We're going to talk about the 8 Movies to Die For 2007 ones. Which, watching these are quite a chore. Or not, because we can fast forward. Anything else major coming in 2009? I don't think so. Just that.
Yeah.
Who knows? A lot of reposted episodes, I think, because during the transition, I mean, I had to erase some stuff, pull stuff from the site, and stuff got lost in the transition. So look for some lost episodes.
Yeah.
And that's coming 2009 or sooner.
And remember, you can always send us an email, podcrawlers@gmail.com.
You can always do that. We check it almost every day.
We do? Sure.
Or every other day. Almost every other day.
Okay.
But yes, podcrawlers@gmail.com. Also check out the site, podcrawlers.libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN. Where, as opposed to the old site, Podshow Creator, we can actually blog on this site. And who knows, we might post a website exclusive review, or some news, or a list, or something. So check that out frequently. Well, not frequently, but maybe
occasionally.
Occasionally, once a month. Some stuff on there is going to be really interesting. And, yeah, I think we've pimped ourselves out enough.
That's right.
I'm tired. This was a hell of an episode.
So what we've learned from this episode is rent the Orphanage.
We're in the Orphanage.
Go see Twilight if you don't think it's an action or vampire movie.
Stay away from Carousel of Revenge.
Oh, yes.
And I guess kind of stay away from Asylum.
Yeah.
It's
better than Carousel of Revenge.
Well, that's 99% of the movies out there. Anywho, I'm Eric.
I'm Kelly. And this has been Pod Crawlers.